Good morning. I just launched a poll question for all of you out there. I was thinking, I haven't got a poll question going. What should the poll question be today? And so I just popped it on there. So if you want to take a look at it and give it a shot, maybe it pertains to you, maybe it doesn't. Thank you all for participating in my poll questions from time to time. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up button, especially those of you live and on the rerun. You guys are awesome. Thank you for giving the show a bit of momentum. Good morning, and welcome to July the 8th, 2024, where, you know what, this channel's viewers have the least amount of worries than probably any other channel's viewers have to make money in the market. If you're a viewer here, you have learned and are figuring out very quickly the fact that you do not need to guess which way the stock market is going to go or a specific stock to make money. You've figured out that stocks are just instruments that you pick up and can play a little bit for a while and then put the instrument away and grab another instrument and play it. You can make music all the time, no matter whether you're on stage, at home, with friends, around a campfire in an RV site. It doesn't matter. You do not need to worry about what time it is, what day it is, and what the mood of your country is, or the world, or what's being said on political channels. You don't have to worry about it. Now, some of you are passionate and you have to watch this stuff. You absolutely, your opinion and your thoughts have to be shared by everybody. Otherwise, it's just not right. And then there are others of you who just don't give a crap, or you've had enough. You've just had enough already. Get it. I totally get it. Good news for option riders. Yeah, this is open to everybody. That's the best part about being an option writer. It don't matter, baby, what your leanings are, what your relatives say, what your boss thinks. Nothing. It means it's meaningless. Option writers just look at what they can bring in when they write contracts, fold their arms, let contracts die, or die a lot, and then they just pick them up for next to nothing, or they let them expire and they write a new batch and rinse and repeat, baby. Welcome to the program. There's one commonality among most of my viewers. Most of the viewers of this man's channel have done some homework to figure out how options trade, how they work, how are they created. And many, if not a vast super majority of my viewers, have taken the classes that have been offered here, that are available on the website, stockmarketswithbruce.ca. You've gone there, you've started to take them, or you've taken them, you're adding to your knowledge base. Every class you're adding on more and more knowledge, and you're just getting more comfortable becoming an option writer. You're just going, this is really amazing to me, Bruce. I can see now that I understand how options work, or have a much better understanding. I now understand why options could have been traded in the 1970s before I was even born, you're saying. There's many of you who have been born in the year 19, in the 80s and the 90s, the 2000s, who are here, and you're going, look, I'm 35 years old, and I cannot believe option writing has been around since the 70s. But I get it. I get it. And then you realize, wait a minute, before that, there was option writing going on in another kind of a way, and that was futures in Chicago for farm products: wheat, barley, oats, orange juice futures, like trading places, pork bellies. Then there were futures in the metals market: gold futures, silver futures, iron ore futures, copper futures. you're figuring all this out, silver futures, and going, oh my God, the world of option trading has been around since the early 1900s. Over 100 years ago, they were doing this. And today's world of option trading is done through this. Everyone does it now. Everyone trades like that. Mind blower. And now you realize, oh my God, I can do options trading, options writing on Nvidia, a brand new, what is it, $2 trillion company. How valuable is Nvidia now? Nvidia's market cap is $3.1 trillion. One of the most valuable companies on the planet, top 5, top 3. And you're figuring out with $500, $500, I can control two options contracts on Nvidia that basically are controlling $12,600 worth of stock with $500 using this and the knowledge that I'm gaining from this channel. I mean, geez, you never thought that was possible. You never in a million years thought that was possible. I did a video yesterday. I figured I'll do a video. And I made a video. I just said to the world, you got 10 grand lying around? How would you like to make $5,200 a month with $10,000 writing options on Nvidia conservatively? If that isn't a headline grabber, I don't know what is. Have I had 1 million views on that video? No. Why won't my videos get 1 million views when I tell the world you can make $5,200 a month with 10 grand? You know why that is? You know the answer if you're a regular. You have to study. You have to know what the hell an option is and understand how options work. And if you're not willing to get off your fat ass and figure it out, you deserve to have a fat ass and a mediocre lifestyle. I'm sorry. Did I insult any of you out there, you fat ass people? I'm one to talk. I love ice cream. Ooh, but I watch options. Look, you got to get off your duff, and you got to want it. And those who want it the most are going to be the most rewarded. Have you ever heard that before? Did you used to hear that kind of talk when you were a kid and used to shut off your ears to those elders who kept telling you the more you put into something, the more you get back? Did you rebel against that kind of stuff, or did you adopt and say, that's right? I noticed that the more you give, the more you get. Paul McCartney said it himself. I mean, if anyone has credibility, it's Paul McCartney. All you have to do is watch the interview on YouTube with Chris Farley and Paul McCartney, and he says it right there. The more you give, the more you get. And that's all you need to know. If a Beatle tells you that, end of discussion. Those of you who don't know what a Beatle is, I can't help you with anything. Okay, you're beyond gone. You are obviously not connected to the real world. Welcome to the show. I'm in a really good mood today. I'm really happy. I'm very excited about the kind of dough you guys are producing right now and are going to produce. This election year we're into here, holy crap, are we seeing uncertainty like you cannot believe? This is so good for you guys. You option writers are going to make a ton of money between now and November and through the election. Oh my God, is it going to be good? What direction the United States is going to go is just a paradise, a paradise for option writers. Money in the bank. Thank you very much. Doesn't matter who wins. Doesn't matter who loses. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Total uncertainty is the name of the game, and premiums are going to be nuts. And the gamblers out there, the desperado people who only have a couple of $1,000 to their name, these folks are going to plow money into this market, and they're going to keep finding another 500, another 1,000, and another 1,000, and another. They're just going to keep betting and betting and betting and betting. Why is it? I wanted to know. I've always been curious. Why is it that a racetrack that has horse races over the years. This is going back a little while. For you youngsters out there, you don't know what I'm talking about. Why is it that you have a racetrack near your hometown, wherever you live, and race number one, everyone's all anticipating, the horse races are about to begin, and we can bet on results. And by the ninth race, there's only half the crowd left because the other half have left already. They've lost too much money. Very few winners leave early, by the way. And the 10th race has almost the most money at stake. And when the last race is held, people head out, and 80% of the people who are wagering have lost money. Maybe 90% have lost money. And 10% have broken even or made money. And the winners are the trainers in the back, and the jockeys and the owners of the horses, and the racetrack that's paid all the bills and employed all the ticket takers and betting people and all the other folks who are employed there. And every week, if not every night, here comes another crowd to wager again. Where do they keep coming up with this money? Where do these losers keep coming up with more money to go back to the racetrack? How is it that the worst bettors of horse races are the most frequent gamblers and show up at the racetrack the most? How is that possible? It's happening in the stock market all the time. Losers come back to the market to lose again. It's just amazing. Now, let's be fair. You don't lose every single wager you make if you're a gambler in the stock market. You do have your wins from time to time, and that will feed your habit for another couple of weeks until you run out of that money, and then you got to dig into your pocket. And for a while, you were a trader of a larger position of trades, and then eventually your trades got smaller and smaller and smaller. But the best thing about this device right here is you can trade with $50. You can trade with $100. I mean, this is the wide open tool that lets anyone become an investor. I remember when I was a stockbroker, even in the 70s, but certainly in the 80s, the managers that I worked for or worked with, and the senior VPs at head office would say to me as a vice president and branch manager of the firm I was running, they would say to me, look, we're getting, we're noticing out of your branch or out of other branches across the country, we're opening a lot of accounts that only have like $1,000 in there. We understand that some people want to open an account with $1,000 deposit to just kind of get it up and running, and then assets are going to come in. But we're noticing a lot of accounts that are getting opened up, and then after a month, they only got $1,000 or $2,000 in there. And the minimum commission to do a trade in 1984 would have been $50 a trade in and out. And so, you're buying 1,000 shares at $1 a share. It's $1,000 purchase. You're talking $1,050 in cost, and if you sell it for $1.25, there's at least a $50 charge on the way out the door. The profit on a $250 gain is $150. That's the way it used to be. You couldn't day trade for 10 cents a trade, 10 cents a stock. That didn't exist in 1983, 84, 85. So I had the firm calling me up or sending me memos going, hey, would you make it a 5,000 minimum? No accounts under 5,000 unless approved by the manager, the gatekeeper, because it's just too much cost for us to set up an account from scratch to do credit checks on people and get all this paperwork done. Because again, a $5,000 trade would have been 3% commission, $150 in, $150 out, or whatever the 3% was on the way out. Today, you can open an account with $25, $100. The gamblers keep coming back. But the difference now versus then is that then you had to have a stockbroker to do your trades. You had to call somebody, and they had to take your call so that you could do a trade. Today, you don't call anybody. You just you click this thing right here, swipe with your finger a little bit, and you've done a trade in and out and in and out, and the brokerage firm doesn't mind if you're doing $50 trades, $100 trades, $500 trades. the firm doesn't care because they can handle millions at a time, millions of trades at a time, um, tens of millions of trades a day, a week, a month, hundreds of millions of trades, trillions of dollars in turnover, and those sliver of pennies per trade come out, or per stock come out, or per option contract come out into the bottom line. And these huge bankers in New York are making bank, baby. They're making money. And they're not going to give this up. That's the name of this game, baby. Let's keep this game going. They're saying I like this game. My viewers here are saying I like this game. I like writing options and watching them just deteriorate into dust. I love this. This is fantastic. I've never felt so good about something going down in value so quickly. I've never felt so good. I used to be the one who was the guy on the other side of the trade getting my butt handed to me. I like the idea of the competitor of mine, who is the buyer of these contracts, getting crushed. I love this. I can't believe when I sell contracts, whether they're call options or I'm doing cash secured put trades or poor man covered calls or spreads. I cannot believe how much money these people give me when I do these trades. I just can't believe it. It's just insanity, and I just love it. Yeah, giddy up, everybody. People are asking what lessons should I watch about spread. Head over to my website, stockmarketswithbruce.ca, and why don't you just take a look at the list of classes that's over there and decide for yourself which ones you want to take. I would recommend you start at number 1 because every class adds and builds on the next, but it's up to you. You decide what's best for you, and we'll kind of go from there. Anyway, there you have it. I'm debating something here. And I've been debating this for the last couple of days and weeks, whether or not to do this. And I think I'm going to do this. I'm being asked, and I've been asked many a time, have you got a deal for all 17 classes? And I go, yeah, you can get all 17 for a deal, but not very many of you want to buy 17 classes in a shot. But I'm going to bring back this deal right here. I'm going to bring this deal out right now. You want to buy 5 classes for the price of 4? Here you go. $599.99 US. You can get 5 classes for the price of 4. How do you do this? It's a bit of a 2-step. You need to send me an email. You want to let me know right here, Bruce, I would like 5 classes for the price of 4. You may have already taken a couple of classes, 1 or 2 or 4 or 5, and you'd like 5 more. Send me an email. Tell me what 5 you want. What 5 would you like? You're going to need to make a payment of $599.99 US to my PayPal account, and that can be done just by going to paypal.com. There it is down there. And go to look up my name, Bruce Frommer, Traveling with Bruce, which is my other channels, how this thing was created. Make a donation there, $599.99 US. Send me an email and say, I'd like to get these 5 classes. And we'll get you set up, okay? So this is going to run until the end of July. I'm going to make this a July surprise offer. Today's the 8th. We'll run it till the end of the month. And if you're interested in picking up some classes where you like to fill in the gaps, here you can make your move. For you newbies, occasionally I'll do this, and I've decided, well, it's kind of slow in the summer, so why not give you something to chew on this summer? Why don't you grab 5 classes for the price of 4 and go from there? All right, there you have it. Totally up to you if you want to take advantage of it. Many have in the past, and congratulations. Thank you, Lame Duck, for being here. Richard, Carlin, John. Hey, Robert, what's going on, buddy? Thank you for the thumbs ups, and I'll see you later tonight. James of the Trees is here. How you doing, buddy? Rebecca, Pappy, Jay, Hector, Bobby, JJ, you're all here. Tom Kaufman, good morning. Charlie, John, there we are. Rosie, what are your thoughts about SoFi stock for writing call options? I love the idea of writing call options on SoFi. Oh, I love it. I can't wait. but not when it's at $6.50 a share. But yeah, I would love to see my channel light up and write call options. The stock gets to $12 to $15 a share, and my viewers are writing 15s, 17s, 20s. Oh, yeah, there will be action around here upon that. Right now, it's cash secured puts. DB, good morning. CKT, hi, Larry Titus, how are you doing there, buddy? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Nice to have you here. Lilly looks like EI Lilly announces agreed to acquire Morphic Holding for $3.2 billion. Charlie, I'm up to lesson 8 right now. Is there a lesson where straddle options are discussed? If so, what? Zoki Mohammed, only 45 likes. Uncle Bruce dropping gems here. Corinne, 48 thumbs up. Flint Creek, I'm 49. Amy J, I'm 51. Thank you for these thumbs ups, kids. Thank you. Folks are asking, what classes should I do for this and that and the other thing, and people are reacting to them. Jason, good morning. Thank you all. Charlie, the man, lesson 7 is about writing credit spreads. Charlie, sorry, not spreads, put contracts. The man says, Charlie, right now I'm just running the wheel because it's easiest to manage. Charlie, lesson 8 about spreads. The man says, thank you. Welcome all, and I'm glad you're here. What else going on here? GameStop out of hot Spain. I don't know what that means. GM out of hot. I don't know what that means. Jay Gill. Good morning, everybody. Oh, Sundance is saying good morning out of hot Spain. Welcome, Sundance from Spain. Got it. It's first thing in the morning. What do you want? Andre, good morning to all of you, and welcome each and every one of you to the show. I'm glad to have you here. Giddy up, kids. Could be a fun week this week. They say it's the dog days of summer, but that's the old days when your stockbroker went on holidays. Stockbrokers don't go on holidays anymore. Why? There aren't any stockbrokers. They've been erased from existence. The big bankers in Wall Street have eliminated millions and millions of stockbrokers from the world, period. They've been replaced with computer apps, trading apps like this, to allow tens of millions more investors into these open market to come and take your chances and play the game called the stock market. And for those of you who understand how the market works, it's a field day. It's an absolute field day to steal money. And I can tell you that back in the day, in the 70s and the 80s, in the 90s, when stockbrokers were the only way to be able to trade the markets because the system was set up for the phone call systems to work, and the SECs of the world and the Securities Commissions of the world wanted protection for retail investors against shysters out there. In those days, you needed to deal with individual brokers. But the bankers today versus back then, the top 1% of the brokerage community, the top echelon, they did all right. But many of them were regional people. They were like, you may have had like a brokerage company in Chicago or Detroit with 15 regional branches within the state of Illinois or Michigan. You may have had a Cincinnati-based firm that was a brokerage company with 5 retail offices in Ohio. In Canada, it was not uncommon to have national brokerage firms with 5 or 10 or 15 offices across the country. But of course, back in the 1980s, Canada had a population of 30 million, 28 million people, which is sort of the state of California. Kind of makes sense. You'd have 15 branches instead of 150 branches. Makes sense. The top echelon of these brokerage firms were not trillionaires or billionaires. They were worth money. Oh, yeah, they made good money. But they had to go to the office every day to make a living as well. Downtown Manhattan, you went to Wall Street. You had people coming and going 5 days a week into Manhattan and then out again. Right from the chairman of the board, CEOs, all the way down to the grunts, the interns, and they were in charge of a network of offices across the country. But very few people in Wall Street were the absolute top of the heap. There were like 5 of them, maybe. Today, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of very, very well-to-do people in New York, Manhattan, just to name one area. where they make gobs of money. And then there are the clients of these firms. And that's the big difference now compared to back in the 80s. In the 1980s, biggest clients of brokerage firms would have been institutional clients, of which there were maybe dozens. And they had their favorite brokerage firms wherever they dealt: Toronto, New York, Chicago, London, Zurich. Today, you have got thousands and thousands of clients, institutional clients globally, that deal with all kinds of firms all the time. They don't have just one favorite broker. They've got dozens of brokerage firms they'll use, all electronically now. And this is the big blowout of this market. This market has gone into trillions and trillions in size. Activity is just beyond unbelievable, the turnover rate. And the amount of capital that is being extracted from this massive market is breathtaking. You know, we used to marvel at people like Bill Gates back in the 80s. You know, he became a billionaire, a young billionaire. We went, oh wow, look at that. And Steve Jobs became a billionaire, and you know, all these other high tech stars, right? Now you've got you've got how many are billionaires? How many of these insiders of publicly traded companies are billionaires? And how many hedge fund operators who are gambling on these stocks are multi-billionaires? It's evident by how many private jets there are now versus then. There were private jets available in the 70s and the 80s, but the number of private jets registered today and flying in the air compared to the 80s is not even close. Not even close. It's unfathomable how many there are. And this number is growing dramatically, absolutely dramatically. And there's your sign right there of wealth. And when you understand that the private jet market, which is only a sliver of the wealth of very wealthy people, because you know, fancy cars, high-end homes, villas, and then resorts that cater to the well-to-do, and all of the retail outlets and all of the other services of very well-to-do people to enjoy it. It's just astounding how much there is. It's so huge compared to the 80s and the 70s. It was not uncommon for in the 70s for the CEO of a investment bank out of New York to live in you know, Connecticut, suburbia. No big deal. Just a 4-bedroom house, 5-bedroom house. Yeah, a larger home maybe than the average Joe, sure, but 5 acres, you know, own a second house in Martha's Vineyard? Oh, I don't think so. No. Today, look at the wealth and the amount of money being dropped for high-end property. This business has utterly exploded, and there's room for you guys to take your pound of flesh. And the good news is you do not need to generate $1 million a month to pay the cost of being in your business. This is the good news. It's not like you want to become a distributor of a certain product in your neighborhood, and you've got to buy $100,000 worth of inventory and have it stored somewhere and then hire people to help you move it and ship it and all that kind of crap. You are working with one of these devices, which you're probably holding in your hand right now. And instead of playing video games on this, you're playing option writing games on this. And instead of getting points, you're earning dollars. And the dollars are real and they're plentiful. And you're realizing, you know, if I make 5,000 or 10,000 a month doing this, this is more money than I get paid to work. This is not all that difficult to figure out. It's just a matter of how many contracts am I going to write to bring in X amount of money. This is all it is. It's not like I got to write 20 different option positions to try to cobblestone a living. I can make a living on one trade by how many options I'm writing. That's it. If I want to just concentrate on GameStop only as my key stock, then there's ways to concentrate on just GameStop shares and options. NVIDIA, knock yourself out. Apple, Microsoft, Tesla. What do you want? What do you love to write options on? What stock do you love to follow? What stock are you more interested in, or would you rather just say, well, I can write 25 contracts now. I have enough capital to do 25 $10 option spreads at a time. I got 25 grand in play. I'm going to write 5 spreads on Apple, and 5 on Microsoft, and 5 on Tesla, and 5 on GameStop, and 5 on whatever, and say, thank you, sir, may I have another? And these are weeklies, bi-weeklies. I'm constantly in the middle of rollovers, rolling out of this trade because I wrote this credit spread for $2, and I brought in $1,000 on that, and it's now down to $700. I'm closing that position out, and I'm rolling into a new $1,000 position, $2,000 position over here, and I'm constantly turning over my portfolio because I have weekly and bi-weekly contracts. Of course, I'm constantly turning over my contract, and I'm taking this money off of this trade, this much money off of that trade. I'm pushing into here, I'm pushing over into there, and you're actively managing a book. And for some of you, the magic number is 100 a month. 100 contracts a month makes it work for me with regard to my lifestyle, my income flow, uh, what have you. Anything above 100 contracts a month, which is 25 a week, by the way, anything more than 25 contracts a week, uh, I make more capital than I need to get by on and be comfortable, and that means I am adding capital to my account every month, whether it's my 401k or IRA, or whether it's my cash account, my margin account, whatever. And I am growing my wealth every month as I am rolling over my wealth every month. Yeah, that's what it's all about, kids. It's what the pros. It's what the pros in Dover are doing over there. The top end hedge funders, they don't make enough money to keep their millionaires' lifestyle existing. They make the kind of money that their millionaires become multimillionaires. Their investors become even richer, which means they never leave the firm. They never pull the money out. They just keep on rolling forward and going, make me richer. Thank you very much. And this is where millionaires become multimillionaires, multimillionaires become 100 millionaires, and 100 millionaires become billionaires. And it goes from there, and it's global. Welcome to a party where you're welcome to play at whatever level you're comfortable at. If only you knew how to do it. And there is the trick right there. Do you understand how options trade, how they're created, how they expire, how they rise, how they drop in value, how they shrink out? And do you have some basic trading skills that you're learning, like stake bids, stake offers, the 90-10 rule, how poor man cover calls work, how do cash secured puts work? This is a marathon learning session for some of you. For the rest of your life, you're going to learn more and more about this business. And you're going to zero in on an area of the business that you just love to be in. It just fits your style, it fits your comfort level, it fits your risk tolerance level, it just fits. For some of you, you can't write a cash secured put no matter what. You just can't do it. You just don't have the ability to absorb it. You understand it, but you don't like it, or it's just not exciting enough for you, or you just want to be in the weekly contracts. You just want to be in the weekly expiry SBQ, triple Q contracts, and you want to do credit spreads, and you're happy writing 50 at a time, pulling out 50 cents a contract on shrinkage, and you just love making $2,500 every time you do a rollover, and you're just going to get into that. And I say, yeah, of course, pick the favorite area you want to go and grab it. Absolutely. This is wide open. JJ says nearly 2/3 of the world's private jets are registered in the USA. And what state has the most private jets? Florida. I think that's because of taxes, I suspect. Any updates on Matterport or 23andMe? RT wants to know. And Virginia, make enough to go to Wimbledon. Make enough to go to Wimbledon every year. Yeah, baby. The well-to-do do go to Wimbledon every year. I don't have an update on Matterport today. Last I've heard is that the shareholder meeting is the 26th of July to approve the takeover. So today's the 8th, 18 days from now. 23andMe, I don't have an update this day either. I've been waiting for an update from 23andMe about the taking of this company private. The last I heard officially, April 19th or so, and I got nothing. I got nothing new. I have nothing. I have nothing I can tell you about. 9.8% of the stock is shorted. There's 323 million shares outstanding, and the last trade in the pre-market, 42.6 cents a share. The question that has been raised by me and others is, what is the price per share that this company will go private at, if that is its end game? Is it going to go private because the CEO is going to take it private, or is it going to become part of an existing public company eventually and just be folded into somebody else? The end game seems to be that the stock won't be listed past November of this year. By the time November rolls around, the company won't be trading any longer. It will have been taken private or will be absorbed by someone else. At what price is the question. As far as the value of the company goes, its cash balance had been in that, 70, 80 cent range per share is what the cash value was of this company. Don't know what it is this morning, this afternoon. I have no idea. If anyone knows anything more, you let me know, but I got nothing. I just don't know. Would love to see, something officially happen here, because it's boring as hell in the meantime. And is this price per share a deal? Is it going to be a takeout at 60 cents, 80 cents, a buck? Is it going to be a merger with another company at 80 cents a share, a dollar a share? I don't know. Anybody know? You let me know, and I'll pass it on. Gladly pass on that news. Walter Young, thank you so much for the thumbs up this morning. Appreciate you. We're opening in 22 minutes. Here you go, kids. There you go. There you are. The thing about these private jets is that very well-to-do own them. But others who are well-to-do don't own jets, but use them all the time. They use them through net jets, Signature Jets, and these other jet charter companies with these private jet cards where they buy blocks of time, 25 hours at a time or 50 hours at a time, and they can fly around the world at their leisure by just picking up the phone or sending a text and saying, "I need a jet to take me from West Palm Beach, Florida, to Westchester, New York. I want to go to New York on Sunday afternoon to get back to work on Monday, or I'd like to fly in first thing Monday morning. I want to land at 6 a.m. in Westchester, and then I'll take a helicopter into Manhattan and take a limo to work, and grind it out in Manhattan for the week, and then on the weekend, actually this weekend, maybe we will go to London to check out Wimbledon. Maybe we'll leave, Thursday night. We'll leave Thursday after work, fly overnight to Britain, and catch Wimbledon on Friday and Saturday, and partially Sunday, and then head back to the office. 10, 15,000 bucks an hour for an 8-9 hour flight or 6-hour flight. It's nothing personal. It's just business. Just do the math. If you need $150,000 this weekend to take a jet from one place to another with your hotel and entertaining and corporate box expenses and what have you, and then fly back, it costs you $100,000. You need $100,000. How much do you need to make? You can't make $20,000 and spend $100. Doesn't work. Mathematics doesn't add up. You can't make $100 and spend $100. That doesn't work either. But you make $400,000 or $500,000 this week, and spend $100,000 this weekend to enjoy yourself on your annual pilgrimage to Wimbledon, if that's what you're going to do, or wherever it is you're going. What do you want to watch? Where is it you want to go, and why, and for how long? You decide for yourself. Within the U.S. or within North America or the Caribbean or Europe or Asia, or where would you like to take a jet and spend some time with to visit someone, or take someone with you, or take the whole family. I don't know. Grab some of your favorite clients. You're a hedge fund operator. You're running $1 billion hedge fund, and you're taking five of your five couples, husbands and wives, on a private jet that can handle 18 people at a time. There's 12 of you going to St. Bart's for the weekend to just get a suntan, get away from it for a while, maybe an extra long weekend. Wouldn't that be nice to be one of those millionaire clients that you gave these guys $50 million to manage, or $150 million to manage, and once a year, twice a year, they take you out for a little plane ride and a little getaway, and you just compare notes and have a chat about whatever. A little different world, isn't it? Yes, welcome to that. And again, of course, you could get together with Jen and I in New York this October. Maybe you'll want to catch up with us in Manhattan, Times Square area, when we return from Europe in late October, and you'll hang out with Jen and I. It's kind of like your little version of getting together with your hedge fund people. You're all individual little hedge funds getting together, hanging out with Uncle Bruce and his wife and Auntie Jen, having a bite to eat and telling a few jokes and talk about options, meet each other and all that. Love to do that. Maybe in London. Maybe some of you will meet us in London this year. Jen and I have to get that together. I'll have to get to work on this. We'll figure out where and what day and what time for London and New York. We'll give you the information as soon as possible, and come by and say hi to us. I'd love to see you in London or in New York, or both if you like. It's up to you. Let's go, baby. Yeah, whatever. Splair, you got Wi-Fi in these private jets. I can see myself one of those probably in the next 15 years, but only for special occasions like Christmas, and come back for the right time, for a family event. Swear, you never know. You just never know. Maybe you need to go to a wedding or something. You need to go to a graduation or something. And hop in the jet and fly to wherever, have a few meetings with a few key people, and fly back. You'll make it a multi-reason thing. It's all good. The Big T, good morning, everybody. Mr. Premium of the Options, happy Monday. Time to fill our pockets. Now you're talking. Yeah, JJ, top private jet companies in 2024. NetJets, Wheels, Up, Vista, Jetflex, JetLinks, Aviation Sentiment, Jet Magellan, Jet Air Charter Service, all kinds of them. Alberto, I'll be there. I love New York. How about you? Alberto's coming. Oh, I love it. Looking forward to seeing you, Alberto. Luca, 105 here in here. I'm number 105. Good morning, Buongiorno. Good morning, Luca. Susan Shops, I think I was number 105. Maybe she's 106. I don't know. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for the thumbs ups, everybody. We're 16 minutes away from opening here. And welcome all to the party and to the program. It's great to have you all, as always. Absolutely wonderful that you could make it to see us. Giddy up, kids. Let's get ready to make some dough here. Absolutely. We're heading over to member-only commentary as we're zeroing in on the opening here. Thank you, everybody who's been here all morning, and those of you here who are always here all the time. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. Thank you for becoming members of this channel. Thank you for those of you who have decided to take some classes, and thank you to those of you who've also decided to look me up for a one-on-one. It's always a pleasure to spend some time with each of you individually from time to time to kind of go over your game plan and what your potential can be, and what kind of trading you may want to be doing option-wise, and whatever else. More than happy to review with you where you're at and give you my 2 bits worth of advice or thoughts, what have you. Thank you. Welcome and congratulations, Puddin' Pie, Gold Bagel member, just joined up. Thank you, Puddin' Pie. Nice to have you here as well. Love the new members. Well, how is this poll question going, I ask? My poll question it says here, I will be a full-time option writer because of this channel in the next, and then it's 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, or I'm already self-employed. Um, in the next 3 months, 13% of you are thinking that you will be an option writer, a full-time option writer. 13%. 13%, 15% are saying, I will be self-employed as an option writer in the next 6 months. 49% of you saying within the year, within the next year, I will be self-employed as an option writer full-time. And 23% of you, this is 167 people responding so far, 23%, I'm already self-employed as an option writer on this channel. I'm not even, there's no waiting. I'm already now self-employed. So 23% now, 13% in 3 months, 15% say in 6 months, 49% within the year. So there you go. Thank you for responding to that question. 111 thumbs ups, by the way. Thank you, all of you thumbs uppers, and all of you poll question takers. Thanks for that. If you want to respond to that, I'd appreciate it. Cheers to all of you. Stink bids save lives. If you're a regular, you know what that means. Thank you all for being here. Oh my goodness, we're opening up in 13 minutes to trade up this market. Let's see what it's going to do. Did you discuss the French election? Yes, Mickey, thank you for the 5-on-4 deal. I've sent you an email, Bruce. Those of you who are interested in this 5-for-4 deal, do send me an email, and I will get back to you on your request as soon as I'm done the show, and we'll get you figured out. Those of you who would like to become part of the Discord group, listen, if you're a Gold Bagel member of this channel, you can join the Discord group. Just send me an email and just say, Uncle Bruce, my email, my Gold Bagel membership name is such and such, and I would like to be part of the Discord channel. Then I will get you link information that you can use to become part of the Discord group. Love to have you there, and all Gold Bagel members definitely benefit from that. Don't forget, Wednesday night, Primetime Live, Gold Bagel members only, and every morning, half an hour before I start this show, I generally have a trade alert show just for Gold Bagel members. That's the benefits. Another one of the benefits of being here as a member of the Gold Bagel Familia. White Feather is saying, hey, welcome to the Bagel Gang, Puddin' Pie. Alberto Wifey, I don't know what that means. John Harpster, welcome, Puddin' Pie. JJ, that Wheels Up ticker, they're known as UP, Up. That's their private jet company. Charlie C2, welcome, Puddin' Pie. And Flint Creek. So we have a date in October. Dad and I are coming. We're coming. Give me until tomorrow. I've got to figure it out tonight. So I can announce, hopefully tomorrow, a meet and greet in New York. Exactly what day, what venue, what times. Leave that with me. But it is going to be somewhere between. It's October. I do know that. And let me just double check my calendar. Here we go. August, September, October. We arrive. We arrive back in New York on the 25th of October, I believe. On the Queen Mary 2, we get back to Brooklyn, and it looks like Saturday the 26th or Sunday the 27th. It's one of those 2 days of October that we will do the meet and greet in Manhattan. And so I got to figure out where, which of the days, and timing, and we'll go from there. So just kind of let me work on that. As far as London goes, we're going to be in London between September 11 until September, 25? And so it might be London the 14th or 15th of September, or London the 21st or 22nd of September. These are Saturday, Sundays. Jen and I have got to figure out that. We got to figure that out. So those of you who live in the UK and are familiar with London, maybe you can help Jen and I out where we can handle a meet and greet somewhere in the central London, easily accessible for many of you, with mass transit. So we'll see what happens. Okay. Again, Puddin' Pie, welcome to the channel as a Gold Bagel member. Great to have you here. Love that image. Love that picture. All right, there you go. Giddy up, Flint Creek. Okay, last venue worked well. Puddin' Pie, I've been watching for a month and I made money based on your advice. No choice but to become a Gold Bagel member. I'm a believer, baby. There you go. Lissy, Uncle Bruce, I live in London. Happy to help anyway with your meet and greet. See, there we go. Luca, oh, nice. I shall be in London at that time. I'll take you and Auntie Jen out. We'll be there and we'll catch up with you guys. Tons of fun. Looking forward to the get together without question. The trip is coming up for us. We leave August 19, I think, for the Big Apple to catch our ship, the Queen Mary 2. We're going to take it across to Europe, go around the UK, travel Europe a bit, and then catch the ship back to New York and go from there. So yeah, we're excited about our trip coming up, and we're very excited to catch up with you guys. And hopefully, some of you in London, we could catch up with some of you there, and we'll kind of go from there. Yeah, fantastic, fabulous. We love it. We just looking forward to it. Oh my goodness! Right now here in Calgary, gorgeous sunny weather. The Stampede is underway. The Calgary Exhibition of Stampede, the greatest outdoor show on earth, is happening. The skies are pure blue, not a cloud anywhere. Very dry, warm. We're going to get hot here. We're going to hit today 86, but we're hitting 94 on Wednesday. That is abnormally high. That is about 10 degrees warmer than we would typically get Fahrenheit. Thursday 88, Friday 82, Saturday 81. That's normal for this time of year. But you know what? 58-degree low overnight. Cool, wonderful. It just takes the heat off and lets everything dissipate. We're at 3,800 feet elevation, so not as high as Denver, but we get those cool evenings and those warm days, although Wednesday will be a hot one, and people will be complaining. What can I say? Anyway, there you go. Looking forward to getting together with you guys this summer in Europe and in New York. We're up 159 on NVIDIA right now, 127.41. It would seem, for those of you who are thinking of doing a credit spread on NVIDIA, you want to take a look. You'll want to take a look at various contracts. I've given you some ideas on that video that I created yesterday, where I mentioned you might want to take a look at NVIDIA for a put credit spread idea. It looks like about 1,400 people or 1,400 views have shown up on that video so far. Nothing earth-shattering, but there are people out there who are going, hey, I wouldn't mind making some money on NVIDIA with as little as 500 or more. There's some potential here. Definitely worth your while to take a look at the option chains for NVIDIA this morning and just see what the possibilities are. Thanks again to the thumbs uppers. We're now at 122 and climbing on the thumbs up chart. We do have 178 votes in now on our poll question. The poll question continues to attract interest. Today's poll question is, I invite you to check this out. I will be a full-time option writer because of this channel. In the next 3 months, 13% are saying, yeah, in the next 90 days, I will be out of a full-time job doing this as a job. 6 months, 16% of you, yep, that's 29% between now and 6 months from now are saying, I will be a full-time option writer in the next 3 to 6 months because of this channel. 49% of you are saying definitely within the year. Within 1 year, I will be an option writer. So if you take that 49%, 16%, 13%, add it all together between 3 months and a year from now, that is, what is that, 65, 78% of the viewers of this channel, of the 180 of you are saying, yep, I will be a full-timer. There are 22% of you are saying, oh, wait a minute, Bruce, hold up one sec. I'm already a full-time option writer because of this channel. 22% of the 180 so far who've responded. That's kind of like, what is that, 40 people? 40 people have said, I'm already a full timer. I won't be quitting my day job. I've already done that. I've already given that up. Or I have changed my existence so much in the last little while because of this channel that I don't work for any one company anymore. I know many of you have told me, and you've been delighted to tell me, oh yeah, I quit my, I told my bosses that I was thinking of leaving the firm, and they were going, where are you going to go? They thought that I was going to a competitor. I go, oh, I'm not going to a competitor at all. No, I'm going to be home. I'm going to be working from home as an option writer. I'm going to be looking after my assets. I'm not going to be working for anybody. And the confused look on their faces were like, well, how can you do that? That makes no sense. But then you commented to them saying, I could be available from time to time as a consultant. If you guys get into a bind and you need help with a project, you can always give me a call. And we can work out maybe an hourly retainer for maybe 5 or 10 hours a week, something like that. Or maybe I'm available for 20 hours for 1 week here, and a month later, 1 week there, at a certain number. And then you let me in on the fact that you figured out that you used to get paid $33 an hour or $38 an hour, $42 an hour, whatever you used to make as a full-time employee with all the benefits. And now you've just turned around and say, well, I just charge $100 an hour for my time. It's $100 an hour. And your employer goes, oh, okay, we'll set you up under a retainer contract. And next thing you know, you're signing a deal to work 1/4 of the amount of time that you used to work from home, and you're getting paid, $4,000 a month on a retainer basis to work 10 hours a month, 2 hours a day. You're giving these guys 2 hours a day while you're working your options going forward, and you're just going, well, that $4,000 a month, that's all my expenses. Like that's the house's overhead, and whatever I do in the options is just gravy. Some of you are doing that. Some of you just said, no, I'm not even available for a consulting basis, or it is impossible for me to work for my former employer in any way on the side because it requires me to go to the shop and all that. No, that's not happening. I'm totally out. I am completely out. And then there are those of you who say, you know what we did, Bruce? We didn't just say goodbye to our day jobs. We rented our house out to relatives, friends, or through a real estate agent. We're renting our house out, and they're managing it for us. We put we did garage sales, so we got rid of a bunch of crap, put a bunch of stuff in storage. We bought an RV. We are RVing now full time for the next 5 years, and we're going to see all 50 states. We spend the winters in Mexico. We've got friends who are already doing this. We have moved our retirement forward by 15 years. We were going to do this in our 50s, late 50s, 60s. We're in our mid 40s, and we're now full-time RVing across America. And we're visiting relatives in various states and hanging out in their driveway or their neighbor's, property. Or I got an uncle in Kansas on a big farm, and we're just parking there for 2 weeks and hanging out on the farm for a couple of weeks. And then we're going to Colorado in the summer, and then we're heading to Palm Springs in the winter, or we're going down to Mexico for 2 months in the winter. And then we're coming back and going over to Florida. Brucey boy, we are completely out of this rat race because of your channel. Congratulations, all of you. This is good stuff. Bobby, Ontario could squeeze out 40 Celsius here. That's how hot it's getting here. Mike W. come out to Phoenix, 118 today. Charlie, within the year is the hope. Fingers crossed. I want to be self-employed. I got laid off 2 months ago. Now I'm in an option writer only, but not by choice. Laughing out loud. Isn't it amazing? Richard, it'll take me longer than a year. Larry Titus, I have rung the bells. The markets are open. Thank you, Larry. Richard Carlin, neat. We're open. We're trading. We're ready. let's get on with it, baby. Let's see if you guys can make some dinero today and this week and this month. Let's go. Let's get you richer rather than poorer, because there's a lot of people losing a lot of money out there, and that's not going to be you guys. You guys going to make money. Welcome to the program. We're up 104 on the Dow, it would appear at this point in time. Thank you, everybody, for popping in so far. 5 classes for the price of 4. We have a sale going on for July. This sale will last until the 31st of July. If you want to get of the 17 classes I have created, you can buy 5 for the price of 4 if you like. You want to get 10 for the price of 8. You want to get 15 for the price of 12. Whatever you want. You let me know. Send me an email, brucefarmer@hotmail.com, and just say, Bruce, Uncle Bruce, I would like lessons number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever. Or I want lessons 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I want to catch up and get all caught up here. You let me know. Whatever 5 you want, it doesn't matter. Whatever 10 you want, whatever. Make a donation there. Make a payment, $5.99 US, to the PayPal account. Just go to PayPal.com. Look up my name, Bruce Frommert, and you'll find the Traveling with Bruce with 2 L's. You'll find my picture, and you'll go, there he is, and you can make the payment there. And I'll send you your 5 lessons. Again, no problem. You let me know what 5 you would like, and we'll get you set up. Okay. This might be your opportunity to do some catching up in July here, to catch up with what we're up to option-wise. Congratulations and thank you, John Harpster. Bagel, BP. Uncle Bruce might need to add an extra something here that says it will take me 1+ years on 2 years or more to go full-time option writer. Those of us who think it'll take a while can only answer in 1 year. I totally understand, BP. It's okay. I just wanted to get a general idea. I was actually more curious about how soon could people become full-time option writers around here. And I thought, well, I'll go 3 months, 6 months, a year. And then I thought, well, there are some who have already done this. I know for a fact that people have gone full-time, certainly since 2021. And so I figured I'd go that far. And, it's nothing personal. Just wanted to know. Thank you all for participating in this poll question. It means a lot to me. Luca, personally speaking, I love what I do, but learning how to make extra cash towards retirement a little isn't bad at all. Right on, Luca. I want you folks, no matter what level. For some of you, you'll never quit your day jobs. You love your day jobs. Your day jobs are very lucrative. They give you all kinds of opportunity. I don't have a problem with that. There is no right or wrong answer to this question. It's what works for you. And for those of you who are, in your 20s and 30s, this might be a nice little side hustle that you're learning to accomplish here as an option writer. Those in your late 30s into your 40s, this is the key demographic in a way where some of you are going to realize, you know what, Bruce, I don't need to work another 10 years as a slave to this firm to hopefully become a managing partner, because I see guys and girls that are 5 and 10 years older than I am who have put in this extra effort, and they are basket cases. They look terrible. Their health is awful. There are partners in this firm in their 50s who are sick as dogs, that are completely exhausted. They're mental wrecks. Their marriages have been destroyed. Their families are a mess. I don't know why I'd want to do this for a living. I'm not prepared to pay that price to get that objective when I can be self-employed as an option writer very quickly, very soon, and not have to worry about that life at all. And I can still be in this trade, in this business, in this field. Maybe you're a lawyer, maybe you're an accountant, maybe you're an advisor, consultant, whatever you're doing. You may find that I love being a consultant only on a limited basis and have this side gig over here. This works for me. Well, whatever it is, I love it. Lissy, Rocket Lab is over $5. What price point is worth considering covered calls. The higher, the better, I say, on Rocket Lab. We're 508 up 20. We definitely want to get this stock going from here. The $8 neighborhood is where we're headed. Maybe 8 to 10, and then we'll look at 10s and 12s once we get up there. Um, this stock can go a lot further than this. We're at 128.40, up 250 on Nvidia. SoFi is up 2 cents to 649. GameStop 24.04, down 14 right now. AI 30.25, up 31 cents. I'm in that 6-month range, says dude. Although I'm not sure if I'm actually going to leave my day job at any time. Since following the channel, I boosted my income to the point that I could, and I'm doing the options thing. Whatever works, man. BP, well, I would really like to go full-time option writer, but it is going to take quite a while, unless, of course, GameStop moons or SoFi moons. Puddin' Pie just retired from real estate and love learning this option writing. This is fun and profitable. Challenge. I love this. There you go. I have people who cannot believe it. They have been veterans in various professions from A to Z, and they look into what we're doing here. They hear about us. They hear about me. They get told about this channel from a friend, advisor, coworker. YouTube tells them to come here. I don't know how you find me, but you find me, and people go, I can't believe that this guy reads all these comments from his viewers, and they pay to talk to him. They pay money to do this. You can't just be here during market hours and just talk for nothing. You're a member. These are members. His members tell him what they're up to and how they're doing, and it's like these people are happy. Like they like this channel. They like being here. They're not upset with the world and going crazy. They like making money. And why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you like making money? And they're saying the same thing in their own unique way. That I never thought I'd be an option writer. It never occurred to me that I could actually do this as a retail investor. I didn't know that I could do what the hedge funds do, what the institutional investors are doing. I never knew this was that I could do this through a phone, through a telephone. I mean, what? Yes, it's something, isn't it? Bobby, slow and steady, 2.5 more years per 100,000 Canadian under management. There we go, Bobby. However, right now, option writing and side job equals day job on good months. There you go. It's already happening. It's a transition. Look, writing options isn't a one-time thing. That's the first thing you figure out when you come around here for a while. You figure out, oh, this isn't just a one and done. You don't write 20 contracts, make $2,000, and then never do it again. This is a constant cash flow machine, constant way of taking money out of this market, left, right, and center, all the time. And it doesn't matter if the stocks go up or don't go up or go down. It doesn't matter. Time actually is the secret sauce to making cash. Expiries of contracts is what it's all about. Shrinkage. It's the George Costanza secret to life. Shrinkage. It is what it is. Bobby, SoFi going to $12 plus will crush that 2.5-year timeline. Well, we'll watch for that. SoFi 652 up a nickel. Let's go, SoFi. We've got 24.06 on GameStop, now 24.08. The high of 24.25, the low of 23.94. So we've only had a 29-cent range on GameStop. Very quiet. 1.2 million at the moment. Yes, any move on SoFi, any move on GameStop, any move on Rocket Lab, any move on some of our favorites helps dramatically to speed things up around here. The other thing that people figured out around this channel is they go, I thought I needed at least $250,000 of assets to be able to live on $250,000 to make a go of it. Then as I started taking this guy's classes and I started figuring out how you can write options without owning stock, that dropped that number down to 150. Then I started figuring out credit spreads, other strategies. That dropped the number down to like less than 100,000. People are figuring out around here, wait a minute, I already have enough. I actually have enough in assets invested through my 401k, through my all my IRAs, my RSPs in Canada, TFSAs. I actually have assets worth more than enough to actually learn. If I learn how to do this, I can be self-employed like immediately, like in 90 days, 180 days, the next year, very comfortably, without rushing things. Like I don't have to push myself to be, to do stupid trades. I can do this in a very systematic way. I've decided I take a class a week from this guy. I watch one of his classes every week. I rewatch them over time, and I just take all 17 of his classes over like a 4-month window and hang out here and start to trade and get more comfortable with it. And I figure out what works for me and what I really like doing. And I see markets do this and that and this and that. Yeah, welcome to the world of the stock markets. They fluctuate. But man, this is a game changer for the rest of your life. This is not a 1-week wonder move at all. Giddy up, kids. Nice to see you here. And as I say, the upside is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. Vilbus, SoFi moving up will hasten my timeline as well, sir. And I know that. I know there are hundreds, if not thousands, of viewers of this channel who are waiting along with the rest of us for SoFi to break out. And it will. They are going to break out. And then all hell breaks loose. Because there are people here with 5,000 shares of SoFi, 8, 10, 15, 20. If you got 5,000 SoFi, you're going to be a 50 covered call option writer. Let's say that real quick. 50 covered calls. If you're going to write 50 covered calls every 3 months and haul in $3 a contract in premiums every 3 months, you're going to bring in 15,000 US dollars every 3 months from 50 covered calls on SoFi. It's a fact. You're going to be now managing 15,000 cash coming in the front door. You got to figure out what to do with that money. You got to figure out whether I buy more SoFi and write on that right away, or do I keep that as dry powder for something else, or do I write cash secured puts with that cash? What do I do? Do I get into credit spread writing on SoFi or on other stocks with that 15 grand to enhance revenue on the revenue that I've got coming in already? You're now in a different ball game. You're in a different field. You've gone from the minor leagues, from AAA to the show. You're now in the show. And for some of you who've got 10,000 shares of SoFi, 12,000 shares of SoFi, you're going to be 100 to 120 call option writers. You write 100 calls at $3 a call, you just brought in 30,000 US dollars. If you can keep half of that in the next 3 months and give only half of it back and then write another batch for $3 again, you're bringing in 5,000 a month net US dollars from SoFi, just SoFi. Whatever else you got going on is additional. This is the big game changer. When this stock hits $20 a share, and you guys are now writing $4 contracts and $5 contracts, and some of you are going to be writing $155 contracts, you're bringing in $75,000. This is another game changer. You're doing this several times a year. You're going to sit back and go, well, working for 80,000 a year or 100,000 a year is ridiculous. I'm bringing in 300,000 a year on my SoFi stock. What the hell am I working for 75, 80 grand a year for? I can't afford to work for those people because I have to watch my investments. I'm a full-time asset manager of my assets, and this SoFi will allow me to diversify my assets over such a wide playing field that I haven't got time to work anymore. I can't. This is ridiculous. No, I'm going to be looking after me. This is what the wealthiest people do out there. When you start generating $300,000 in option premiums, you don't need to work for 60, 70, 80,000 bucks a year with a $10,000 bonus. Give me a break. You're going to join the top 10 percentile of this country. Certainly top 10 percentile. I mean, 300,000 a year plus, you're not in the middle class anymore. You've graduated up. You're making the kind of money that pretty senior lawyers are making, and depending on where you live, of course. Look, if you're in Manhattan and you generate $300,000 a year versus St. Louis versus Palm Desert versus Tucson versus Spokane, Washington, depending on where you live, you generate 300,000 in, you're richer in certain parts of the country and not so rich in other parts of the country. I get that. You get that. You may well find that, Bruce, this option writing thing is bringing in 150,000 a year. Where I live right now, I can't afford to quit my day job. But guess what? If I move to so and so, where my parents are retired, or where I was hoping to retire in 30 years from now or 20 years from now, why don't I go to Boca Raton right now? Why don't I go to North Carolina right now? Why don't I go to Scottsdale right now? Why don't I go to wherever it is you want to retire to? I don't know where you want to retire. You figure it out. You let me know. Those of you in Europe, you know where you want to retire to. Canadians know where they want to retire. Or you'll go on a discovery mission. I don't know where I'm going to retire to, but I'm going to figure out where I'm going to retire to. But I'm getting out of my expensive neighborhood where I live now, and this $150 a year is going to allow me to live a lot cheaper if I go over here, which gives me a much higher standard of living. And it might be that in the United States, you will move to a state where there is no state income tax. And that might be the difference maker. That might be Florida. That might be Texas. That might be Nevada. That might be other parts of the USA. You'll figure it out because it's your new life. Welcome to a new world, everybody. Nice to have you here. Thank you for joining me. And we're up 268 on the Dow. Yay! AI up 32 cents. GameStop down 31. SoFi up 2. NVIDIA's up 360 a share at 129.43. Rocket Lab 499.5 up 11.5. Matterport down 3 cents. Smart Rent up 4. Super Microcomputer 899.51 up $53 a share. Spire up 32 cents. Spiders are up 143. Adobe down 10.30. Uber down 3. Qs are up 20. Apple down 217. Tesla down 619. A little bit of a pullback there. Enphase up 229 at 99.43. We got Netflix down 880. AMD is up 430 to 176.20. ATIP is down 28 cents this morning. Unity down a dime. Google down 220. Moderna down 56. Cisco's off 1 penny. Pfizer down 13 cents. Microsoft down $1.26. IBM is up 241. HPQ is up 44 cents. Owens Corning up 229. Amazon up 87 cents. Home Depot up 276. Vanik Semiconductors up 525. Goldman up 955 to $474 a share. Boeing up 385. Facebook, Meta down 750. Target is up 312. JP Morgan up 175. Costco down $7. Walmart is down 48 cents. Disney is up 60 cents. American Airlines down 6 cents a share. AMC's up 8. DraftKings up 2 cents. And Royal Caribbean up $4, 7 cents to 160.85. And so there's a mixed market going on right now, but a bias to the upside, generally speaking, with the Dow holding a gain of 259 points. Congratulations, everybody. Giddy up. Thank you, everybody. Bobby saying, I'd like to retire at Del Boca Vista, but the Seinfelds say there isn't any places available. Personally, I think they don't want me there. Bobby, you might be right. Del Boca Vista might be all booked up, but I tell you, whenever anybody gets a new Cadillac, they show it off like you can't believe. Del Boca Vista might be or might not be for you. I do not know about that. I was having fun this weekend. Those of you who are following me closely, you know that Auntie Jen right now is enjoying some time with her sister and brother-in-law, and they're hanging out together. So I'm kind of batching it. So that means this weekend I had the TV all to myself. I got to watch whatever I wanted to watch on my big ass television, which is kind of nice. I decided, I'm going to take a little rest here. I'm just going to chillax here. I'm just going to enjoy some TV. I'm going to do some work here, make a video like I did yesterday, and I did that. I did a little bit of housekeeping here in my studio and in the apartment here. But I watched all kinds of stuff on television the last couple of days. I've been catching up on Netflix and movies and documentaries, and I watched a bunch of those Jerry Seinfeld comedians in cars getting coffee. I really wish he would have kept doing that. I really enjoyed it. He had I think more guys and girls to interview, but hey, he did it for what 3-4 years. More power to him. He did all right. But I ended up watching the Bill Burr episode. Alec Baldwin did 2 of them. I watched 1.5 of those. Not Jack Black, Lewis Black. Oh my gosh, funny. Oh man, did I love it. I also enjoyed watching David Letterman. There's a show called It Needs No Introduction, and I ended up watching the Ellen DeGeneres, the Ellen DeGeneres episode with Dave Letterman and her for like a 1-hour show. Very interesting, very moving, very powerful, and enjoyable at the same time. I was really enjoyed that. Very enlightening. What else did I catch? Watched some movies over the weekend. I love time travel type movies, or that kind of thing. And there was a movie that was done about 9-10 years ago with Harrison Ford, and it was called, is it Adeline? Travels of Adeline or something like that. It's about a gal who was 29 years old, driving a car in the what was it, the 30s, 1930s, 1940s, and the car went off the roadway and went down an embankment, and she ended up in a creek, and somehow. I love science fiction. Lightning struck the automobile. The whole science fiction thing. And she was 29 years old at the time, and from that moment forward, she would not age a day in her life. She would stay 29 for the rest of her life. And at the beginning, she didn't realize it until after about 10 years, 5-10 years, she was 39 and still looked 29. And all her friends and all her relatives are getting older, and she wasn't. And she now had to deal with the fact that she's a 29-year-old person forever, and she could not stay in the same town anymore, or city, because it would become obvious that you look the same. And so again, it's fiction, interesting fiction. I really liked it. I really enjoyed the show, and if you ever get a chance to watch it, I'm sure you get a kick out of it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was an all right movie. And we go forward in time. And she's now, towards the end of the movie, she's 120 years old or something like that, in that range. And everyone she was born with is long gone. And everyone she grew up with in her first 30 years are gone. Although she had a daughter. I think she had a daughter later in life, and her daughter now is a grandmother, and daughter knows what mom's secret. She's had to change ID so many times. Fascinating. Just a fascinating story. Really makes you wonder, think about that, go, wow, interesting. Anyway, you ever get the chance, you may want to check that movie out. Anyway, I had a wonderful time. Will you be taking a break from this channel while you're traveling in Europe? Not really. The last 2 years that Jen and I have gone to Europe, I've done my shows from the UK. I hope to be able to be live on board the cruise ship. The internet apparently is very good, and I've signed up for the high-speed internet for the cruises, and so I'm looking forward to being live that way. We'll see how it goes, but should be live. Jason, I think Blake Lively actually is Adeline. She still looks the same, you know. David, check out Outer Range, Uncle Bruce. Outer Range. Uh, yeah, I did enjoy that movie, and I loved Harrison Ford's acting in that movie. I was very impressed. I've always enjoyed Harrison Ford's acting, but this is a veteran really put in a good performance, and he's only in half the movie, but you can understand why when you see it. You go, this makes sense. Absolutely amazing. Loved it. I did get a kick out of that. Yeah, so this weekend I just took time to watch some stuff that I wanted to watch, and you know, let it happen. And yeah, it was very good. I did enjoy that very much. It's a little binge watching for me, but it won't last much longer because Jen is back next weekend, and then I leave the remote to her while I do my work here. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, he noticed the cut on her hand that gave her away. Really neat. Yeah, it was a very well done storyline that I thought was well figured out. I did enjoy this movie, and I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, really makes you wonder. In today's world, like 2024, if someone is perpetually going to be 29 years old and you want to change ID, you got to be careful. I mean, my goodness, the wrong people get their hands on you for experimental purposes. You don't want to be committed and anything like that. Yeah, scary as well, and interesting. Just fascinating. You know, when one is put in that kind of a position, or if ever. Anyway, yeah, I love stories like that. I just love going back in time. I've been debating whether or not to rewatch the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel series from number 1 all the way through. But I think I want to do that with Auntie Jen. We just so enjoyed that series all the way through. I think maybe we'll do a binge watch on that. We'll see how we feel. It might have to be after we return. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. In any event, yeah, there you go. It feels good just to watch something and enjoy that you're able to do so. It was great just to be able to sit in front of the big old TV and just go, yeah. Um, very interesting time this weekend to enjoy a number of different things. I saw something also on. It was a only about a 45-minute long documentary. It was about the wife of the former Attorney General of the United States in the 1970s when Richard Nixon became president. He had Mitchell, a guy named Mitchell, as his Attorney General. And it was a story about his wife, Mrs. Mitchell, who was an outspoken Republican, spoke her mind, good or bad. And Nixon didn't like her very much because she just said what she felt like talking about. And whether Nixon liked it or not didn't matter to her. She felt that she was a true Republican, and she was one of the first Republicans to say to the world, this Watergate thing, Nixon knew about it, and he should resign. And she was way ahead of her time, and of course, no Republican wanted to hear that kind of talk, and she backed it up. She said, "Oh yeah, the more I know, the more I'm convinced he's in on it, and there's a conspiracy to hide it from the American people." She was right. She was right. The tapes verified it, all the actions. And her husband, who became her ex-husband, went to prison for 19 months. Yeah, and a number of others went to jail. She was right. Amazing. Anyway, that was an interesting. That was a very interesting documentary that was done just a few years ago. Because of the passage of time, we can now look back and go, "Yeah, she was right. She was on it." But boy, did she have a tough time because of that other thing. Interesting, yeah. Have you seen Benjamin Button yet? I have not. T, you will be in the tube in Area 51 before you can say yogurt. Charlie, GameStop is green. Thank you. Up 9. Go, GameStop. Mr. T, hi, Uncle Bruce. Since NVIDIA has rocketed over 130, we're 129.56. What is the best credit spread idea now? 120s, 24 and 125s, 190 maybe, or 90 cents spread? Should we look at 20s and 25s, or what should we do? Well, if you're looking at weeklies, that might be the area you might want to look at. But I want to be further behind the 129 level. I maybe 123s, 118s, 122s, 117s. I want to be a little more behind for this Friday. Not too close. Charlie, look good too. AI looks good too. By the way, Bruce, 30.54 up 60 cents. SoFi 652 up a nickel. NVIDIA up 405. Rocket Lab back to 504. Brian, number 150, good morning. Calgary's going to be hot this week. Oh, yes, it is. GameStop wants to move, says McKissue. 24.32 on GameStop. We're up 14 cents, just around the high today of 24.34. 2.29 million on GameStop. We got Tesla still down 79 cents, but it was as low as 244. It's back to 250.70. So Tesla's trying to go green here. Google down 260 on the day at 189.36. Spiders are up 116. Low at 555.29. We're at 555.73 at the moment. We've been 50 cents higher on Spiders. Jason Laws. I watched a god-awful old Clint Eastwood movie yesterday. It's called Honky Tonk Man. He plays a country music singer in the 30s. Not sure he took his role, as he's definitely not a singer. Yeah, I wouldn't call that one of his top favorites, right? JJ, The Martha Mitchell Effect, an excellent documentary if you want to watch that. Fascinating, absolutely fascinating. This woman was ahead of her time. Brian, Uncle Bruce, I bought back my July 5 $26 strike cash secured put on GameStop, and I made $1,300 out of a possible $2,800. This was in a week. I'm okay with that. Sold July 26, 24 cash secured puts for $225, 12 times over. I'm having fun with this game. I love this game. Nothing wrong with selling $24 cash secured puts for $225 each. They're out of the money. They die in 18 days, and they're worthless because the stock's at $24.33. Giddy up. Yes, well done. Earl Harwell, I am thumbs up number 151. Thank you, Earl, for all of you for thumbs ups. If you're hitting the thumbs up button, you guys are awesome. I haven't really mentioned it much today. I appreciate it. The poll question. Look at the poll question. There's results coming in here. Let's take a look again at the numbers. 153 and a thumbs up. Thank you. Poll question. 226 votes have come through here. The question is, I will be a full-time option writer because of this channel in the next 3 months, 13%. Of 6 months, 15%. 1 year, 48%. I'm already self-employed as an option writer because of this channel. 24% have said, yeah, I'm already doing this. So look at the 24%ers and the 3-monthers. That's 37% total. 6 months, 52% total. Look at that. Yeah, a lot of folks making progress here to becoming self-employed as option writers. Thank you and congratulations, all of you who have made this move. Well done, Brian, on these contracts. You wrote $26 strikes made your money. Now you're writing $24 strikes, taking the money. Well done indeed. There's nothing wrong with writing 2-3 week contracts for that kind of cash. 12 times $225 of credit. Yeah, man, that's okay. If you score half of that this week, well done, or more. I don't know. This is good stuff. I love it. Thank you all so much for being with us here. Love it. I was watching. Yeah, I enjoyed the Ellen DeGeneres session with David Letterman. I really enjoyed that. And she took him on a tour of the lot where she does her show, and she just popped in on Clint Eastwood's office with Dave. He just walked in. Hey, Clint, what's going on? I thought that was pretty cool. That looked to be genuinely just a pop in. It was interesting to see that. Welcome all. GameStop holding a 29-cent gain, 24.47. AI up 79 cents, 30.73 on AI. We got SoFi 651 up 4. We have Nvidia at 129.97 up $4.14. Rocket Lab 504 up 15. Those $4 and $5 cash secured puts that many of you have written, congratulations. Stock is rising and they're worthless and lovely. We got, what else going on here? $59 gain on SMCI, Super Microcomputer, 906. This thing really fluctuates. We're up 70 cents on Spiders, or on Spires right now, 11, 12 a share. Adobe down 13.88, Uber up 19, Apple down $2. Tesla's green now, up 233. Tesla now 253.80 range, and this looks to be the just short of the high of 254.14. So Tesla has turned it around from this loss down to 244, back to 253.54, up a $10 move up on Tesla intraday. Enphase is up $4 to 101. Netflix down 530. AMD holding a 370 gain, but it was higher. It's 175.60, got up to 177.60. A couple of dollars, little give back at this point. See how that plays out. ATIP is up 25 cents. Unity up 2. Google down 2.16. Moderna down $1. Cisco's off 24 cents. Pfizer down a nickel. Microsoft up off 187. It's actually improved. IBM holding a 192 gain, just under $178 a share. HPQ up 50 cents. We've got Amazon down 23 cents at 199.77. Home Depot is up 436. Vanix Semiconductors up 513. Goldman Sachs up 780 a share. Boeing up 550. Meta Platforms down $8.17 at the moment. Target up 315. JP Morgan up 115. Costco down $5. Walmart down 47 cents. Disney up 2. American Airlines down 6. AMC is up 11. DraftKings up 18. And Royal Caribbean up 440 a share. There you have it, everybody. Welcome to the party this morning. The Dow's holding a 172 gain at the moment. Brian, they're already up $400. These cash secured puts that I just wrote. If GameStop takes a little pop to 26, I could buy these back this week for an easy 50% gain here. Maybe the Stampede will bring me luck. Not a lot of luck needed, my friend. This stock hangs around here. Each day that goes by, your contracts are going to lose 5% of their value because time is running out. You're the winner here. You have written contracts that die July 26. What 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, you're looking good. I love it. Puddin' Pie, what's the appeal for option writers to gamble like they do? Is a possible payoff so much better than option writing? Feels like we're stealing their money. They're buying lottery tickets. That's the number one thing. Gamblers who are buying contracts don't have the capital to buy the stocks itself. They just don't have the capital. They're much smaller investors. They are, generally speaking, less than $10,000 in the market. There are gamblers who are dropping gazillions, of course, but the retail investors who are buying contracts are small-time players. They've gotten hammered on get-rich-quick trades, going to the moon trades, or they have no patience, or they can't wait. They can't invest for 5 years. They can only invest for 5 weeks, 5 days, 5 minutes. They need a return in a hurry. They've got, you know, overhanging problems that they need a quick couple of grand for, and it's not feasible to buy 1,000 shares of GameStop at 22 and sell them at 25 to make $3 grand. It's feasible to buy $1,000 worth of contracts, calls or puts, to try to make a quick 1,000 on it or triple it. That's their mentality, and so they'll take bigger risks with small amounts to try to find that one win, and to triple, quadruple their money. And then try to triple, quadruple it again, and now they've got 5 or 10 grand to knock off a credit card, or catch up with something else. I don't know. It's scary. Bobby, nice time travel movie, The Tomorrow War. Fight the war of tomorrow today is the slogan. Interesting. Bobby from Amazon. That was a few years ago. Brian, GameStop, nice morning pop here. $24.50 up 35 cents. Way to go, Brian, on your put positions. 24.56 up 38. This is just short of the high of the day of 24.66. We got Tesla up $1.70. Google still down $2. We got the Dow up 181. AI up nicely, up 93 cents to 30.88 on AI, with a huge short position on this thing. Way to go, AI. SoFi 652 up 5 centinos. Volume on SoFi is 3.5 million today. That's all it is, and it's up. Nvidia now again holding a gain of 397 to 129.80. Rocket Lab at 506. This is close to the high of the day. 512 is the high. 1.6 million volume, very little volume, and going up again. Financial results are coming out for Rocket Lab on August the 8th. So about a month away, we get the results from the latest quarter. Stocks moving up now. It's ultimately going to break 8, in my humble opinion. They did do I believe they did do a cap call deal, financing deal, and that shoots it higher. No doubt in my mind it's going higher. But, what day? Don't ask me that. Smart Rent is up 4 cents. We're down 3 cents on Matterport. We've got generally some good green. A $12 loss on Adobe is still hanging around. Apple only down $1.79 a share. Netflix down $3.80. That's much less than before. Google down $2. Cisco down 19 cents. But we have some winners here. Home Depot up 4. Vanik Semiconductors up 470. Goldman up 797. Boeing up 550. Still Facebook down 750 a share. Anyway, there you go. A little up, a little down with a 195 gain on the Dow. Not giving up the gain here in any real way. And AI powering higher to 31. GameStop 24.67 up 50 cents now. Go GameStop, go 51 cent gain, 24.69 high today right now. 3.2 million volume. So we got more buying interest coming into the stock than selling. Very interesting. Again, folks, the best part about this whole deal doesn't matter at all what is happening politically, what is happening elsewhere. It's all about time shrinkage, option writing to the gamblers. Let the desperados give you money up front, and you give a little bit of it, a little bit back. Very little back. Very nice. Let's see here. A snowboarder. Last week I wrote 2 NVIDIA $122 cash secured puts for July 19th. I got $485 a contract last week for those. I'm up 50% in just a few days. Thank you very much. Well done, sir. Way to go, snowboarder for life. You know what? Just writing two. That's almost $1,000. You're up $500 in a couple of days. Beats working for a living, doesn't it? Or is nice to have on top of working. Not bad. You know what you can do is you can move out of these and write 124s for July 26th. Since time has gone by, you can move forward, and you might be able to, you know, take this money off the table and write two new contracts for even more money. Maybe five something a contract or something like that. I don't know. You got to check the option chain. That might be an idea to say, you know, Bruce, there's nothing wrong with taking this dough off the table, but I am kind of wondering if I just roll forward a week, I can move up and strike, still be out of the money, and say, hey, NVIDIA, why don't you give me a little more money? Let's take a look here at July 26 contracts. There's the 19th right there. Yeah, those 122s. Where are they sitting at right now? 122 of 145 to 147. Nice job. Okay, 26th of July. Let me see. Where am I? Here we are. July 26th. Um, you could write maybe 124s for almost $3. You could write 126s for 370. 128s for 450, 60, something like that. Again, you don't have to do anything today, and you can allow shrinkage to just take its toll. The other hand, you can go out to August and say, you know what, I want a cash grab here. I want a nice cash grab. Why don't I look at writing something in August for a nicer premium? What if I put together something for August? If my computer would cooperate, it would give me the August quotes. But I'm finding that my computer doesn't want to give me August option codes. Let me see if I'll try it again. No data available. That's not true, but it is what it is. You know, you might want to look into it. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with enjoying a little bit of a return and riding it out even further. There's nothing wrong with that. NVDA. I'm just heading to another source here for contracts. Let's write maybe an August 16. That's the third Friday of August. Just for the heck of it, what would you get for an August put contract? Right now, the 122s, the ones that you've just written already, they would get you 455, 460 today. 124s would pay you 532, 535. 126s would give you 615, 620. So if you bought yours back, I don't know, could you get yours back for $150 and then write these for $600 each? You'd bring in, net $900 more for a 126 August. But again, you just don't have to do that with a 129 stock. You can decide, Bruce, I'm just going to hold up here. Wait a little bit. On the other hand, you can always do a credit spread trade, and you can do a credit spread perhaps back here in the 19th of July neighborhood, perhaps. You could do put credit spreads, maybe. Let's take a look here. The 120s are 108, and the 115s are 46 cents. So that's about 65 cents. Unless you want to go 122 to 117, that would be $1.50 versus about 65 cents. That's not a bad move. 123s to 118s, 177 versus 77. That'll be about $1 spread on a $5 commitment. You could do a bunch of those. You might be able to do 10 or 20 of those in a shot, and that would bring you a nice little credit. Again, it's totally up to you. August contracts going 4 to 5 for the 124 to 126 range. There you go for August 2nd. Yeah, I know the 2nd, if you go further out, even more. Yeah. Snowboarder, this is a power position you're in, which is a nice position to be in because the gamblers out there who bought your contracts are getting slaughtered. And you've got time as your weapon, and now you can look at creating time for the next trade. You will decide when it's the right time to make your next move, and I say well done. And right now you're doing 2 contracts. Down the road you might do 4. Maybe down the road you'll do 8 or 10. When you get to the point where you can do 10 of these and bring in $6 a contract and 6,000 coming in, nice. Of course, on the credit spread side, if you can do 10 or 20 now with a $5 spread, that's a $10,000 commitment using margin. You could do 20 of these spreads and bring in $1 a contract. That's $1,000 for 10. For 20, $2,000. Allow shrinkage of 50% and say thank you, sir. I will take another. There's many ways to go. Totally up to you all. Well done. Congratulations, everybody, and well done. Okay. Then again, to those of you out there who are sending me an email, if you would like to get your hands on 5 classes for the price of 4, we have a sale going on the classes right now until the end of the month, July 31. 5 for the price of 4. If you'd like to take advantage of that, send me an email. Let me know what 5 classes you'd like, and make a payment over to my PayPal account. You see it down below there, and we'll get you set up with the 5 you want, and you could save 20% on the cost of your classes for the next 5 you want to run into. And we'll get you set up, and you'll do what Snowboarder does. You will do what Brian is doing here. Thank you very much, says Brian. You'll do what others around here are doing, because you're going to make it. You're going to haul in some cash here, some real dope, much more money than the cost of the classes. You will earn while you learn. That is the name of the game around here. You will earn while you learn. And this is for the rest of your life. These classes you only need to buy one time. You can rewatch them as many times as you want. You will write options forever. So 3 months from now, you might find that as you start writing options, you've already made 4, 5, 6 grand on option writing just as you started off, and you only spent a couple of grand to learn how to do it. A year from now, you may have hauled in $25,000, $30,000. It cost you 2 grand to do this. The returns are there. Again, it depends on what your comfort zone is, and what you're happy doing and not doing. And welcome to the party, pal. Looking forward to seeing a bunch of you folks this year in New York and London. Jen and I are looking to put together 2 meet and greets on our summer holiday. Summer-fall holiday, I guess. We are looking forward to visiting with you in London, England, and in New York City. And I just love these meet and greets where we get to sit down and have a cool one and a little meal and enjoy the company of each other and discuss how has option writing changed your life. Fantastic. I am certain that this year's meet and greets will be, for some of you, will be a meet and greet you never thought that you would ever do so quickly because of this channel. Where a year ago you would have thought, wow, it's going to take me 3 years to bring in income to do option writing to ever meet these guys, and all of a sudden you're going, hell, I'm going to fly to New York and catch up with Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jen in Manhattan. My partner and I are going to fly in, and we're going to spend a weekend in New York and catch up with Bruce and Jen. Absolutely. This is great because we get to meet the other members of the channel too. This is fabulous. This is where relationships are really added onto. I'm excited for you guys. Thank you, all of you who are definitely doing this. Puddin' Pie, I'm definitely interested in New York, London meet and greet. definitely interested. It is interesting how viewers who've been to a meet and greet come to another one. They go, "Oh, this is an annual thing for me. I'm catching up with this guy every year. This is awesome." And for some of you, you bring the fam. I mean, you bring a few people who were skeptical at the beginning when you started writing options, who are now like, "I'm coming with you. This is fantastic." Like I say, I'm excited. We're jazzed. Jen and I are very eager to see you. Looking forward to it, and it's an opportunity to say hi and meet friends. Absolutely. 24.54 on GameStop right now. It's holding on. 35, 36 cents. Certainly not a bad day or anything like that. So we're looking good. Thank you all for your support of this channel. Whether you're a subscriber, whether you're a member, a Chillin' member, Gold Bagel member, welcome to the show. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the family. Class takers, you know the reason why you're doing it, and I congratulate you. And you have 17 classes to catch up on. Here's 5 for 4 right there. Thank you. Those of you who want to have a one-on-one with me, let me know that you'd like to do that. We'll compare calendars together, figure out when we can do it, and we'll set one up. I'm looking forward to catching up with Luca tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Those of you out there who want to have a one-on-one, you let me know with an email. We'll figure out when we can do it, and we'll compare notes, and we'll get you set up, and we'll get you going here. Thank you, everybody. Puddin' Pie, thank you so much for joining us today. All of you who have been coming through here, always be writing. I'm number 166. Always be writing. Take the money from the gamblers. Richard Carlin, don't forget the knee emojis. Thank you all so very much for being part of this group. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow night for me. Absolutely. There you go. You betcha, buddy. Looking forward to it. Should be a ton of fun. Kids, make money for the rest of the day, will you? I got to get ready for my other channel later tonight. Traveling with Bruce. I got to make a video over there and say hi to my folks. Al will be here tomorrow morning. I will be back, and we'll catch up with you then, and hopefully we can strategize on ways to get you even richer. As rich as you are now, you're just not rich enough. How about that? Thank you so much for your support, all your kind words. Jen appreciates it too. Thank you, Charlie, so much for everything. Have yourselves a great rest of your day. Get richer, kids, and let's get together first thing tomorrow and see what we can conjure up and see what this world is bringing us and throwing at us. We'll figure it out. It's all good, guys. Larry, thanks, buddy. Have a good one, everybody. All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow morning. All the best to you from Calgary. Talk to you soon.